Hi, my name's Isaac, and it's like 97 degrees out, and I am profusely sweating, and this is a 2007 Chrysler PT Cruiser, and today I'm going to tell you about how this isn't actually like the ugliest car ever created. That's probably reserved for the Pontiac Aztek. Just go away, son, it's already hot enough. Since my Toyota Tacoma review took off on the channel and it was my most successful video thus far, I decided I would give it a shot of trying to review some more cars, because my sister has this very interesting 2007 PT Cruiser, so I figured I'd show you guys. And I'm going to do my best not to ape off of Doug DeMuro videos, but there will be an Isaac score at the end of the video. The PT Cruiser, next to the Pontiac Aztek, is one of the biggest jokes in the car community, and I was joking alongside everyone before my sister got this 2007 one. I honestly thought it was an ugly car, unreliable, and really stupid, but mostly it was ugly looking. So my sister started looking and she found this at a dealership, and we eventually talked with them and kind of negotiated and got this guy for around $2,200, which I actually think is a bit of a steal for what this car has and what it comes with. Number one, mainly, it's a convertible. Nowadays we don't really see that many consumer-friendly, popular convertibles. I think it's because it's kind of out of vogue for convertibles to be in. I think most of the time people want SUVs or pickup trucks now. Like me, I bought a pickup truck. I'm a part of the problem. But the main cool thing about this PT Cruiser is that it is a convertible. And that's what I really like about it, because I've never driven a convertible before. And listen, maybe that's swaying my opinion a little bit on this not being the ugliest and worst car of all time, but here, let me show you some of the features that it has, and trust me, I'm not going to be all positive in this review, but let me see if I can sway you a little bit with some of the cool features that it has, and maybe you'll think, hey, maybe it's not that bad. I think for a teenager, this is actually a pretty neat car. One of the things that I think makes this PT Cruiser immediately distinguishable from other PT Cruisers is that it is a coupe and it's not the four-door. The four-door one kind of looks a little bit clumped together, and personally, in my opinion, I actually think this looks really nice as a coupe. I mean, by no means is it a super attractive car, but it looks a lot better than the other PT Cruiser, at least in my opinion. And of course, it's a convertible, and I'll put the top down. Remember when I said I wasn't going to be Doug DeMuro? Here we go. Let me find the button. And now back up. And the features don't stop there, except that they do, because other than this being a convertible, it's the most base model you can get. I mean, there's tons of blank switches in this car, and I think it's really funny how they have this interior clock kind of signifying, hey, we're a luxury brand. A lot of cars like to do that. Well, if we have an analog clock, we must be a luxury brand. I mean, other than the power windows, the convertible aspect, and cruise control, this car is pretty basic. One thing I do like to note, though, is when we got this car, it had the factory head unit in it, and it surprised me because for 2007, most vehicles don't have auxiliary ports, and this one did, though I replaced the radio for my sister because she wanted Bluetooth. It has a 6-speaker audio system, though it's definitely the base model. I don't think it's a specific brand. There's no logos on it. And it has a cigarette port. One crazy thing that this car has, and all the PT Cruisers have for some reason, is a grab handle? Like, when in history has anyone ever been like, whoa, going a little fast in this PT Cruiser, better hold on? But that's really what makes this car unique. It's all the little weird intricacies that this car has that I like. I mean, it's definitely going for the 50s and 60s styling with the spoke wheel and I guess the grab handle. Did cars back then have grab handles? I don't think so. Since this car is a convertible, they wanted to incorporate trunk space, but they were obviously limited by the roof coming down. So what they did is there's a little section here where the roof folds in, and so now when you want to get into the trunk, you have to hit a button on the key fob or you can unlock it from here. So you tap this, And then what the trunk does is it pops up and out, and then it goes back up. Definitely a unique design I kind of like on this car. Something you don't see very often at all. In here are just some... What are these? I don't even know what these are. Something. What is this? I think it's like a cover for something. Oh. So anyway, that thing's in there. But you actually do get a pretty substantial amount of trunk space with this design. So Chrysler was definitely putting some effort into this car. And I think that maybe like the Pontiac Aztek, they knew what they were doing and they kind of had an idea. But then when they got to mass production, it kind of all fell apart. And maybe they didn't make the most attractive looking car, but still definitely practical. Couple cool things I noticed when digging around back here is that it actually has a power outlet back here and stowage for the jack. And you have a little picture of a PT Cruiser on there. That's cute. It is the non-convertible version, but that's still pretty neat. And then if you move up here, you have the pulleys for the seats coming down, which I actually think is pretty neat. So you really can have a lot of storage go through. I'm clearly apparently not strong enough to do this, or I'm doing it incorrectly. Okay, well, hypothetically those seats fold down, so you get a lot more room in here. Alright, I found out what the thing in the trunk was. Apparently it seems like this is a cover for the top. I think I'm doing this wrong. But there, I guess? I guess it, because it bolts, there's bolts right here for it, like there's little plug-ins. This doesn't look right, but there you go. It kind of looks like that, I think. Kind of in that general oh wait, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh my God, hold on, we might have this. A lot of force. Okay, like that, I guess. I feel like that would pop up. I don't know. There it is. That's what that was in there. Yay, we've discovered something. So after sort of vaguely reviewing some of the features on the PT Cruiser, I think we can all agree that the PT Cruiser isn't that bad of a vehicle. I mean, especially this one. The color's nice and it's a convertible, so it doesn't look as unattractive as the other PT Cruisers do. And look, it's got a Perry the Platypus license plate because it's sort of that color. My sister calls this Perry the PT Cruiser, so that's cute, right? That gets a couple points. All right, it's time for the driving section where I talk about the car, and it's just me and my bottle of Dawn dish soap in the passenger seat here. We'll buckle the little guy in, but yeah, I forgot. I was cleaning the car before this, and I forgot to take him out, so he's just gonna sit down there. So I think the PT Cruiser is the car that, even though it's kind of the butt of a lot of jokes, it is the car that stood the test of time. Because if you look at like the Ford Thunderbird and you look at the HHR, the Chevy HHR and the SSR, those cars lasted a lot less time on the market than the PT Cruiser did. So clearly the PT Cruiser was doing something right, but then at the same time, I think with Chrysler's cheap design and rush things, that's why it's kind of the butt of jokes now. But I mean, it went through two body styles, so clearly people liked it enough for them to refresh the body style. So I just feel like they did something right with this car, and it definitely connected with a market somehow, and people liked it. So I think it's a shame they stopped making this car, because I think that they maybe could have crafted it into something cool, almost like a Prius. Like everybody, the Prius is the butt of jokes. Prius is not an attractive car, but the newer Prius C kind of just looks like a hatchback. Kind of just looks like other hatchbacks that I've seen before. And so I feel like, oh, this is a potholey road. I shouldn't have gone down this road. And so I feel like if given more opportunity, Chrysler could have crafted this into a car that is not the butt of jokes, and maybe people would have gone, oh, those earlier generations of the PT Cruiser were not good, but this, most recent generation is a really nice car. But unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to do that. And I mean, you know, I think Chrysler is at fault. I think Chrysler hasn't made a lot of good business decisions, but it is what it is. And I think overall, in the end, this car is fine, and it's not as ugly in person as it appears in pictures, and especially when it's in its convertible form. I think that's really what I'm going for in this video. Is I thought that this car was ugly and it was going to be the butt of every joke, but it's not, and it's not the most attractive, but I actually kind of like it. I think that it's a good, decent car. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. I'd love to do more of these videos and have more consistency with them, but before I can really push this as more of even a full part-time gig, because it's only my second video in a month, I need to see more subscriber growth. The views on the other video were great. I never expected. I was kind of hoping for kind of around there, but I didn't expect it to actually get 4,000 or 5,000 views on that video. I think it's almost at 4,000. And so that was really cool. And I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I should review a couple other cars and see how that goes. Because I love doing this. I love watching car reviewers on YouTube, and I love doing stuff like this. It's really fun for me. But I really love, oh crap, probably shouldn't do that. Ugh, let me move this thing off. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna put the roof back on this car. Leave a comment and tell me what you think and how much you hate the PT Cruiser. Or love it now. Or are like, okay, I kind of see it, you know. I'm gonna take that cap thing off so I don't destroy my sister's car's roof as I try to put it back on. See you guys. Hi, my name's Isaac, and I'm profusely sweating, and this is a 2007 Chrysler PT Cruiser. Dang it, somebody's pulling out behind the camera, so I'm gonna have to, darn. Okay, they're going the other way. All right, take two. Somebody's going down the alley. Crap, okay. Notoriously, the PT Cruiser is one of the biggest jokes in the car community. It's not very handsome looking. In fact, its appeal is, what the heck is going on over there? What are they, blowing a building? Are they condemning a building over there? You gonna stop? Thank you. So, ow, this is really hot because it's like 97 degrees out. Cheese and crackers. I'm never gonna get through this review. I don't know why I'm doing this. Since my Toyota Tacoma review is... nothing will stop interrupting me. I live in a city and it needs to stop. Stop complaining. Since my Toyota Tacoma